All right, let's get right into it. If you're a creator, you know the grind, right? That content treadmill, it just never, ever stops. You feel like you need to be everywhere, all at once. But what if you could actually scale your presence without scaling your time? Well, today, that's exactly what we're going to break down. How to create your very own custom AI avatar. Basically, a digital twin that can do the work for you 24/7.
And just how good is this technology? I mean, really, get this. The well-known marketer Annik Singhall made an AI avatar of himself. And for weeks, people who knew him, people who worked with him, had no idea it wasn't him in those videos. They are so lifelike, so real, that people thought he was just filming dozens of clips himself. That's the level of realism we're talking about. It's pretty incredible.
So the whole point here isn't just to make some kind of cool digital puppet. No, it's way bigger than that. It's about building a system that lets you create a massive video presence across all your social channels without you, personally, having to stand in front of a camera for every single video. You just provide the face, and the AI literally does the rest.
So how does this actually play out in the real world? Well, imagine this for a second. You create your avatar one time, just once. After that, a team member, or maybe a virtual assistant, can take that avatar, feed it a script that was probably also written by AI, and just boom, a new video is born. They can then take that 160-second clip and slice it up into 10 different pieces of social content. All of a sudden, you're absolutely everywhere, and you barely had to do a thing.
Let's really drill down into the benefits here. First off, you get this perfectly consistent brand presence. Your avatar always looks the same, the lighting is always perfect, you're always on point. Second, you can scale your video production in a way that was just impossible before. Third, you're creating professional-looking content in minutes, not hours. And of course, the big one. This frees up your time, you know? You can focus on the big picture stuff while the AI handles all that heavy lifting.
Okay, so before we jump into the different ways you can create an avatar, we have to, and I mean have to, talk about the single most important step. This is the foundation. This is the secret sauce that makes all the difference between an avatar that looks, a little off and one that looks shockingly professional. Trust me, after a whole lot of trial and error, this is the technique that gets the best results every single time.
And you know what? It's a super simple 3-step process. You can even do it with a free tool that's probably already on your computer, like Microsoft Photos. First, you blur the background. The key is to isolate yourself, but not completely remove the background. We'll get to why in a second. Second, you crank up the contrast a bit just to make your face and shoulders really pop. And third, you boost the saturation just a little to add some rich, warm color to your skin, your hair, and your clothes.
Now this is where it gets a little weird, right? You'd think that totally removing the background, having a clean PNG file, would be better, but it's actually the opposite. It turns out the AI does a much better job of grabbing your likeness when it has to distinguish you from a blurred background. When the background is just gone, the quality actually drops. It's a small detail, but it is absolutely critical for getting those pro results.
All right, so with that crucial prep work out of the way, let's jump into our first method. This is what I call the fast start. It's perfect if you're just starting out or, you just want to play around and see what's possible. We're going to use a tool called Nano Banana Pro, which is actually part of Google's AI suite, and it's built for getting really impressive results fast.
So what is this Nano Banana Pro thing? Well, think of it like this. You just give it a few of those photos you just prepped. 3 is a really good number to start with. And then you just write a simple sentence, a text prompt, describing whatever scene you want to be in. The AI does the rest. It takes your face, your likeness, and just seamlessly drops you right into that brand new world. And this is where it gets really fun, because the possibilities are, well, they're pretty much endless. You can create an image of yourself winning a golf tournament you never even played in, or maybe you're rappelling down a building in your own spy movie. You can put yourself on a stage at a tech conference, or just go wild and turn yourself into a superhero. It is incredibly powerful and honestly a ton of fun to play with.
Okay, so that's the quick and fun method. But what if you need more? What if you need maximum consistency for your brand, day in and day out? Well, that brings us to the pro model. This uses a technique called LoRa training. Now, LoRa stands for low rank adaptation. It definitely takes more work up front, but the payoff is total, absolute control and a super reliable digital twin. So let's just put these two paths side by side for a second. Method 1, Nano Banana. That's your go-to for quick experiments and creative fun. It's super low effort. You only need a few photos. Method 2, LoRa training. That's for serious long-term brand building.
It's a higher effort approach for sure. You're going to need about 20 to 30 photos for the training, but it gives you the maximum possible control over every image you create.
So what is LoRa training really? It sounds kind of technical, but the idea is simple. You're not just giving the AI a reference picture, you are teaching it what you look like. You feed the model 20 to 30 of your prepped photos with all sorts of different expressions, outfits, and angles. What you get back is a custom-built AI model that basically has a PhD in your face.
Now, here's the magic trick that makes it all work. While you're training your model, you get to assign a unique trigger word. It could be your name or a secret code, whatever you want. From that moment on, anytime you put that special trigger word into your prompt, the AI knows, I need to call up that specific custom-trained model, and it guarantees the face it generates is yours, and yours alone.
So the whole process when you zoom out is really just 4 clear steps. First, you gather and prep those 20 to 30 images. Second, you upload them to a LoRa training tool to create your custom model. Third, you assign that unique trigger word. And fourth, that's it. You're ready to start generating images at scale just by using your trigger word in any prompt you can possibly think of.
So the main takeaway here is that this isn't some science fiction idea anymore. The power to create a working, totally convincing digital twin, it's here, today. We've talked about why you'd want one, how to prep your images, and 2 totally different ways to get started, but honestly, what's coming next is maybe even more exciting.
You got to get ready for this. Very, very soon, we're going to see something called LoRa marketplaces pop up. So instead of making your own avatar, you'll be able to go to a marketplace and literally rent or license a professionally made avatar of a real person. I mean, think about that. It's like hiring a digital actor to be the face of your brand, and they're on call 24/7.
So to bring it all home, you now have a really clear picture of your options. You can jump in right now with Nano Banana, have some fun, and get some amazing creative results with just a handful of photos. Or if you're ready to build a serious, scalable brand, you can put in the time to create a professional LoRa model. Which path you take? It really just depends on what you're trying to achieve.
And that really gets to the heart of what's possible here, doesn't it? This technology gives you the power to multiply your voice, to amplify your message. So the final question really isn't about the tech itself, but about what you choose to do with it. If you had a digital twin working for you, around the clock, what's the most important thing you would want it to say?